For many of us, the best thing about childhood was that we simply didn't have much to do with the busy world and its problems. But in the age of the internet and social networks, some get into the public eye at a very young age. For example, an embarrassing YouTube video or a funny picture managed to make some children famous worldwide. Welcome to Wonderlane. In this video, we would like to introduce you to what happened to the once so famous children, and how their lives changed after the often unexpected fame. You can expect extraordinary fates, sad lives, and incredible transformations. Enjoy the video! Let's start with number 6, Russell Horning, better known to most as the Backpack Kid. In 2017, the then 15-year-old shared a video of himself on Instagram, in which the teen does the floss dance. In the floss dance, the arms are swung parallel to the left and right as quickly as possible. Russell Horning's video quickly went viral, and after a while, even Katy Perry took notice of the teenager. She invited him to join Perry for a live performance on the US show Saturday Night Live. Russell Horning then performed the floss dance live in front of 13 million viewers. Since he always had a backpack with him, which he found stylish, he also wore it during the performance, and so he became the Backpack Kid. Suddenly, he appeared in memes, was invited to red carpets, and even visited the legendary talk show of Ellen DeGeneres. That was all just under 2 years ago, which is why the question now is what the Backpack Kid is actually doing today. Russell Horning declared several times in interviews that he wants to stay famous. He regularly supplies his 2 million Instagram followers with new posts and tries to establish himself as an influencer. In addition to funny videos and photos with well-known celebrities, Backpack Kid has also started a career as a rapper. His song Florin has already reached 15 million views on YouTube, but also has 500,000 dislikes. With Drip on Boat, a newer song he released just under a year ago, he managed to generate significantly fewer views, but the like to dislike ratio is positive for the first time. By the way, nowadays, he has completely abandoned the floss dance. As Horning explained, he wants to reinvent himself completely. Currently, he's on his own YouTube channel, where he uploads challenges with his friends. With only 1,000 subscribers, however, he has not yet really made a breakthrough with his channel. At number 5 is Norman Kokonowski, better known to many as the Angry German Kid. In 2005, before YouTube even existed, the then 13-year-old published a video where he filmed himself playing on his PC and went completely berserk. Although the clip was only posed, the video of the Angry German Kid then spread sometime later rapidly on YouTube, and indeed worldwide. In Germany, Kokonowski was mainly known as an Unreal Tournament kid. But the popularity of the YouTube video had very negative consequences for Norman Kokonowski. For years, he was teased about it at school, which is why he tried to change his appearance as much as possible. In order not to be recognized anymore, he colored his hair black, threw away his glasses, and wore only contact lenses. Nevertheless, nasty remarks from classmates followed almost every day. Kokonowski even threatened his classmates on a class trip to come to school with a gun and take revenge. This was followed by expulsion from school, as well as a short stay in prison. Even after his school days, he was still recognized as the guy from the video, and so Kokonowski then tried to change visually even more. He did weight training and built up a lot of muscle mass. He also began to produce his own rap songs as Hercules Beats. He uploaded them on his new YouTube channel, where Kokonowski talks openly about his old videos and how they changed his life. We continue with number 4, and a child who, 15 years ago, would have probably been a case for the super nanny, but is now a social media star. We are talking about Lil Tay. 2 years ago, the Canadian, who was only 9 years old at that time, started posting pictures and videos on her Instagram account. Although she's still a child, she shows off big bundles of money and flaunts luxury cars. All her videos are consisted of her shouting loudly into the camera how rich she would be and that everyone else would just be haters. The 9-year-old quickly became an internet phenomenon at that time, and many big YouTubers reacted to the spoiled and boastful child. But as quickly as she became successful, she also disappeared from the limelight. It quickly became known that one of the cars in her video was actually the car of her mother's boss, who works for a real estate company. The luxury apartments that Lil Tay claimed as her own also belonged to the company. And through the videos, her mother eventually even lost her job. Her brother, who filmed the videos and helped stage Lil Tay as a rich kid, then hired a manager for his sister. Although she even made music videos with famous rappers and gained a huge number of followers, her career ended abruptly when her father took her by court order. He ordered her to stop all social media activities, and to this day, Lil Tay has not been seen online since then, which is probably better for the now 12-year-old Canadian. On number 3, we come to Rebecca Black. The American was actually a normal teenager until she was 14. Like many other young girls, she dreamed of a successful singing career. Her mother fulfilled her wish in 2011 by spending $4,000 on a professionally produced music video and song. The song, titled Friday, was then uploaded on YouTube and received several hundred views in the first few weeks. A month later, Friday surprisingly went through the roof. Not because it was that good, but because everyone made fun of the terrible singing. Also, the lyrics and the monotonous facial expressions made the song almost a running gag. Besides lots of views, she also got a lot of dislikes. After her song went through the roof, Rebecca Black's whole life changed in one fell swoop. At school, she was suddenly laughed at by almost everyone, and sometimes even nastily bullied. As she revealed in an interview, the time after the song was the hardest in her life. She left school after losing some friends and started to be taught from home. However, because Rebecca Black became so famous through Friday, even musicians and producers were interested in working with the girl. Black was suddenly seen in music videos of people like Katy Perry. She hosted the YouTube Rewind, and in 2011, she even became the most Googled person in America. But even if this made her become more and more famous, Black also began to feel lonelier. She eventually decided to quit all her contracts, and at the age of 16, she started a new beginning. Black moved back to a normal school, made new friends, and dared to share her old passions on a new YouTube channel. She now produces professional music and inspires many fans with her voice. Nowadays, she has successfully shed her old image. Next is number 2, and an internet celebrity who became known to everyone with just one short video. We are talking about Lars Kluz, better known as the Big Tasty Critic. In 2010, the 14-year-old was with a friend in Dusseldorf and filmed a short video in a McDonald's restaurant, in which Kluz talks about his burger and evaluates it. The way the teenager philosophizes about the Big Tasty, some viewers found so funny that they forwarded the clip. In a short time, the video became more and more popular and quickly developed into a real meme. Lars Kluz was suddenly only known as the Big Tasty Critic. But the fate of the teenager took a sad turn after the quick fame. In the time following the upload of the video, Kluz became seriously ill and had to undergo several complicated operations. In 2010, the same year when the clip was created, Lars Kluz passed away. Since his death, the video has hardly spread, and to this day, many people express their sorrow in the comments under the YouTube clip. At number 1 is Alana Thompson, better known as Honey Boo Boo. Like many other children in this list, the American girl did not enter into the limelight by choice. Thompson was sent by her mother to beauty contests for children at a very early age. In fact, she started taking part in American beauty pageants wearing heavy makeup and colorful costumes at the age of 4 years old. In the process, she and her mother were accompanied by a camera crew and regularly presented on TV as part of the reality soap Toddlers and Tiaras. As Honey Boo Boo, Thompson quickly became known to a very large audience, but it quickly hailed much criticism for the family, as many found the appearances of the young girl inappropriate. Today, Alana Thompson is 14 years old and is severely overweight due to years of malnutrition. Despite her childhood in the limelight and permanent accompaniment of TV cameras, Thompson still speaks positively about the past. Merely the hatred against her in the social networks is bothering the young girl strongly. On Instagram, she explained that she went through hell, but has learned to deal with it since then. Now, we are already at the end of our video. Which of these famous children do you still remember well? Write it down in the comments. See you in the next video!